From Baltimore's Inner Harbor, we're live from M&T Bank Stadium. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're underway from the bank. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Warren once more. He takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
6-yard line.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And again, an interception is drawn. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
So they dodge an opening drive turnover, but this drive could stall out if they don't convert here. It's 3rd down. Rodgers from the gun. Gets this one to Fryermuth. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Motioning the tight end now. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. And that's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to bring him down, but what a great effort. He moves this all the way down inside the 10. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. They'll go again with Warren. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line. Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens, nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson. A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it sets up 2nd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy. Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help. They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens, now a rival, Patrick Queen. Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. Jackson now on 3rd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They put Flowers in motion right. No throw, 3rd and long. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Heading for the sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. To throw is Rogers. Caught by Freiermuth. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. That play made by an all-pro from last season, Marlon Humphrey.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st down. It's a gain of
the analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. Man, the Steelers have a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st down throw here by Rogers. Roman Wilson reels it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell, and he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. They send a receiver in motion right. Trying an inside give to Warren. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school, those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Steelers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Our score, 14-0. Back to the bank in just a moment. Now Boswell on to send this away. Ali to return it. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Henry gives it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Jackson keeping it himself. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Gain of 22 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Henry. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game in the first half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Ravens 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Steelers and Jalen Warren heading back out there offensively. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Warren running between the tackles. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Ravens crowding their passing lanes. They go into the dime for 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It's caught by Wilson. We'll have the 1st down and even more. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down. Here's Rogers. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Warren here from the gun. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Rogers to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. So they're going to keep the football. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Pickup of 2 here, and that's good for a Ravens first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They got 21 yards on the play, and that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Lamar off the play fake. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The extra point is up and through by a loop. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They toss to Warren, running right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. I'm looking for that to be called again.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Rodgers going to throw on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So second down coming up.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate, because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue, and that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
Rodgers throwing again on second. Connects on the crosser. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's stepping up and takes off with this one.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble, but the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Rodgers set to pass. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Ravens 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He dodged the tackle. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the 2nd quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. First down now, ball at the 33. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Lamar throwing again. Complete Derrick Henry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
First down from the 42. Jackson yet again. Escapes the pocket. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's second and long. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Brandon Eccles.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Check. Fresno.
Out of the gun, Henry. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
All set to go now from the 35. This one's set up for Lamar. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Hits him on the out route. And he gets him the first partner, but they are already acting like this one's not going to stand. Let's listen. So they say he got a little too carried away and separating to get that first down, and the completion is wiped out. Looking to throw, Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Jackson now on third. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Lamar out of the pistol. He finds Bateman on the slant. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. They've got a man in motion. And again, it's Jackson. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's down to almost, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, Jackson finds him on the crossing route. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for Ravens first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for LeJohntay Wester that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. He set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. 3rd and long for him here. Their left side is nabbed by Bateman. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 29-yard attempt.
Oops, knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on a field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Now facing 2nd and 10 following that false start. Now Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. Escapes the defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Sending a tight end in motion left. This is Henry on 2nd. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Lamar now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Rodgers from the gun. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The Steelers set to punt it. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Ravens take over 1st and...
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They give right side to Henry. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. He rocks that tackler. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Connects on the crosser. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, here's Lamar. Finds his fullback. And the Steelers get to it. That return finally ends, Brock, as they take it all the way back into the red zone.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time, pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the ground with Warren. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead off the turnover. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Steelers grow their lead to 8.
Ravens 20.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
From the gun, Jackson. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
At the 35-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Warren quick on the draw. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And after the penalty, they pick up 2, make it 2nd and 13.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. Shoots away from 1. Still moving. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
To the air on 1st down. Rodgers. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, give to Gainwell. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Rodgers set to pass. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers lead by 15 now.
Ravens 20.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, a run for Henry. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Jackson. This one's to Andrews out right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Look at that power, deep left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
4th down, he calls his own number. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. Steelers have it, headed the other way. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers making a 3-score game in the 4th. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. The Steelers grow the lead now to 22 points.
Ravens 20.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Hill now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And scoring hasn't been the issue for them, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. So Reed, they'll hand off to Henry. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Desperation time here on 4th. That'll be the 1st and more. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Flying down the middle with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Looking to his fullback now. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Trying to get outside with Henry. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. Pass pulled in by Henry. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It's Henry on the counter. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards.
He was taken down at the
It's a pickup of 3.
22-yard
They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
These are the
and
kind of
3.
runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
16 yards.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd.
1st down.
And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
At the 6-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
All right, going to get a 2-point try here, Brock. Jackson gets his offense lined up.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Running the read option. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And this kick is covered by the Steelers, who are going to go on to win this ball game.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Baltimore.